Row 18, plot 20.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into Now It's Dark. I'm Jim. Today I'm doing a movie review for a 42-minute film. It's a 2023 release film released on February 17th, 2023, called Cabin Tales. It seems I'm doing reviews this week all with the word cabin in the titles. So this is a short film. IMDb has it listed with a 3.8 star rating, but it's only been reviewed 10 times. So, the reviews on IMDb are touch and go anyways, so you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. This movie is about some college-age friends spend a weekend at a cabin telling spooky stories until they end up having their own creepy encounter. Okay. Written and directed by Justin Russell, who also stars in the movie as a clown. So that's why I wanted to watch this, because I do clown movie reviews on Saturdays. So this movie was on a short list of potential Saturday morning circus clown movie reviews. But as you can see, since you're watching it today, it didn't make it to the Saturday morning circus because the clown footage was not good. There are a bunch of characters. Mia Knight plays Kylie. Oh gosh. There's a lot of no-face people. Bryce Barfield plays a detective toward the end of the movie, and he looked the most familiar of everybody. This is a really low-budget movie, and again, it's only 42 minutes. The college-age friends, it's a group of three. It's two guys, one girl, drinking beers, smoking pots on the porch of what looks to be like a swamp behind them. This is a estimated $500 budget. So, I mean, good for them that they made this movie. The artwork, the photo section of IMDb also shows a Night Tales as maybe a DVD cover. So maybe this was also released as Night Tales. I can't confirm that. The opening music is very much Psycho music. Like, I think it was actually Psycho, just somebody played it on their own. And it's an anthology type movie. So the very first story is titled Clown Face. And they show the title right on the screen. And then they go right into it. It's 42 minutes, so each one of the stories kind of moves pretty quickly. But this first story that they're telling, they used a filter for this clown face story. They used I think it's like a comic book type filter, so it makes you look like you're living in a comic book, and I don't understand why. I don't know why they did that. And the clown was a guy in clown makeup, the writer-director, Justin Russell. This is a Justin Russell film. He's a big guy. He could have had a really good clown look, but you can't really see it because of the filter that they used. I didn't understand it. So I was already very nervous that the whole movie, each time that they went to one of the stories, it was going to have a silly Snapchat filter because they filmed it on their phone. But they also used Laugh Track for this story, and it wasn't used well because there wasn't one-liners and jokes like in a TV sitcom. So I'm not sure. In the trailer, if you look it up, it doesn't show the filter on the scene that I'm talking about. So you kind of have to watch the movie, I guess. The second story was titled No Way Out, and it had to do with like the story of a witch that was trapped, uh, like supernatural witch trapped in a park rest room. So the witch apparently had been waiting 30 years to be able to inhabit the body of someone else so that they could get out, so she could get out of the restroom. I don't know. Wasn't a very good story. The third story was called Shadow, and it was basically a guy dressed in one of those black full body leotard type suits. I really couldn't get a grasp of what the story was about. In between each of these stories, at the end of the story, it does a very quick clip to a creepy old lady by a tree. It didn't seem like it had any relevance to any of the stories. Maybe I missed it. The acting is just meh. But, you know, I can overlook that. When you have a $500 budget, I'm not looking for, you know, a movie to knock me off my feet like Avatar might, or one of the Marvel movies. So there's a lot of pot smoking, which is also common with college age group low budget movies. It seems like maybe that $500 budget, maybe 300 of it went to getting some weed, and then let's make a movie because we've got this house with a porch in front of a swamp, and then there's a park bathroom we can shoot some video in. And then there's like 2 more stories, but they stopped doing the titles. They stopped showing the titles on the screen. So that always throws me off. That's also actually somewhat common in some anthologies that I've watched lately. Like maybe the budget ran out for the editing software to be able to have a text overlay. I'm not sure. So the fourth and the fifth didn't have any titles. The fifth one was somewhat of a supernatural sci-fi alien thing. The twist ending that they advertise here as they keep telling spooky stories until they end up with their own creepy encounter. Big twist ending there with a very, very obvious Spencer Gifts Spirit Halloween fake push knife thing where the knife just retracts in. Like I think it even made the sound that it makes with the little spring action. Again, you know, not a big budget. I'm glad it was only 42 minutes. I'm glad they didn't try to make this longer. If this was like somebody's college project or something and they had to write and come up with a video, it's fine. It didn't, you know, it's not 3.8. I hope the people involved with the movie are happy with that 3.8. Again, it's only 10 ratings. Maybe if I looked at the names of the people that did the ratings, it's going to end up having been some of the actors in the movie. I would hate to do that kind of a deep dive because I just don't, you know, care enough about it to do that. But that's going to do it for this review of Cabin Tales 2023. If you've seen this movie by some chance, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because the channel is growing so fast that I want you to be a part of it. And it's a numbers game, so, you know, the more numbers, the bigger my ego.
So have your dream. Go on and sing your song. There's nothing wrong with singing out of tune. If people laugh and say your dream can never be, just think of me.